welcome back to another video with my two rabbits, Harley and Rex. And today I'm going to be talking about how to tame your rabbit and how to bond with them. So they are both 4 years old. I've had them for 4 years and they are very tame, and I think that I have a great bond with them. And throughout this video also you'll be looking at their spring and Easter theme, which is about now. So let's go. Step 1. When you first get your rabbit, you're going to want to leave them for about a day or two just to settle in, because they're going to be quite freaked out. They're going to wonder what this place is, and they can get kind of scared easily because after all they are prey animals. So they can just use those 2 days just to get used to their new surroundings, see where they are, and get to know the place and know that it's a safe place. Try not to have them in any place too loud because it might freak them out, but you'll want a space where you go through often enough so that they get used to you being around. So in this time you can just walk past, but slowly so that you don't freak them out, but not really doing anything to them or around them too much. And they'll realise that you passing by is not a threat. So good places to keep your rabbits could be in your bedroom, as long as you don't have any loud tellies in there or play loud music or anything, just anything too loud for them. These two rabbits are in the kitchen. You don't really get many rabbits living in the kitchen, but it's a good space. They just have a little fleece area, and there's a big yawn from Harley. Step 2. After a couple of days of your rabbits just settling into their new area, you can start to get close to them. So to get your rabbits to start getting used to you, you can sit near their area with their cage or whatever they live in, and maybe just do some homework if you're at school, or phone someone but not too loudly, or text someone, go on your laptop, play music very quietly maybe. You can also gently talk to them as well so that they get used to your voice. It doesn't have to be too quiet, just don't blare it out really loudly because that will probably definitely scare them even when they are tame. Just anything to do with everyday life which isn't too loud, but just a normal sound for them to get used to it all. And they can get used to you being around them a bit more, but without you actually physically stroking them or picking them up yet. So that could take about 2 to 3 days. So the third step is to start going to where they live, like in their cage, where you can't really go in a cage, but you can let them out of their cage for some free time, or just into where they live. Like my rabbits don't live in a cage, but just around them, so that they can come up to you and sniff you and see who you are, realise you're not doing anything to hurt them, and they can get familiar with your smell. Now this may also take about 2 to 3 days. The fourth step is to gently start stroking them. So not with your full hand, just a little bit with your finger, just on their back, but go up to them slowly as you don't want to scare them. But this may be quite a big step because they haven't been stroked by you yet, and that they've just been used to you being around them, but they haven't actually had you touch them yet. So this is going to be quite a big step. Now that might take about a day or two. Then you can start doing it with your full hand, stroking their back, maybe a little bit on their ears and their head if you do it quite well on their back and they seem okay with that. But also it depends if they like it on their head or not, whereas Harley loves being stroked on his head and on his ears, but then Rex doesn't. Rex just likes it on his back. And this will let them know that it's quite pleasant being stroked because they'll like it, and also that you're not doing anything to hurt them, you're just stroking them and it will feel nice to them. Step 6. Hand feeding. So if you just get a treat, it could be a short bought treat, but a healthy treat would probably be better to get them into the habit of eating healthy things. Say something like a bit of carrot or a bit of their veg, something that they like though, and just hand feed it to them. They'll slowly start to learn that you're giving them good things, and they'll slowly learn to trust you. Now Harley, because he's got 3 legs because it was amputated, he can't really come up onto my lap, but Rex loves to come onto my lap when I offer him a treat. He'll usually just put his front paws on my lap, and sometimes he'll come onto my lap completely because he's got so tame that he does that now. Harley really does try to, but I don't want Harley to because I don't want him to hurt his only back leg. Especially if these treats are ones that they like, that they'll start to probably come up onto your lap because they'll be quite excited for them, and that when they hear the rustle on the bag of the treats or from their box, they'll get quite excited. And then the last step is free time. This step is kind of optional, but then they still need free time. But just you sitting there with them, maybe putting out some toys for them. It could be going into a big run in the garden, or getting us into the lounge, or just anywhere with free range space. You should have this for about 3 to 5 hours a day, but our rabbits just get a range of it. Also, they have free range of the kitchen anyway, so they still have a lot of space. An extra tip could be trying to pick them up. Because rabbits are prey animals, some of them might not like being picked up, like these two. They're really tame, I have a great bond with them. They always come and try and get onto my lap or like to be stroked, but it's just picking up. But that is understandable because they are prey animals and it may just feel like a predator taking them away. Even though they do feel safe around where they are, it's just a natural instinct in a way. Many rabbits will like being picked up, but also many don't. But just because they don't like being picked up, don't think they don't have a great bond with them, because it's normal for a rabbit not wanting to be picked up. So to pick up your rabbit, you'd need to scoop one hand underneath them from behind and have one hand in front so that you can support their bottom and just support them when holding them. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helped you if you are getting a rabbit and you don't know how to tame them and you want to bond with them. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and all that stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.